One of the biggest questions that continued circulating online after the helicopter tragedy, involving Oliver Tree and Gaspi, was whether everything that happened was simply a tragic coincidence, or whether there was something more that people had overlooked. Almost immediately after the incident, social media became filled with countless discussions, as viewers began revisiting old interviews, music videos, comedy sketches, and public appearances, trying to understand whether any unusual details connected to the heartbreaking event. While many of these discussions gained enormous attention, it is important to remember that they remain theories shared by internet users, and no public evidence has confirmed any of the claims. Even so, the conversations surrounding the event became one of the most talked about topics among fans, who wanted to understand why so many unusual coincidences appeared to surround the tragedy. One of the most discussed details was the number 1406, which many online users believed appeared repeatedly in connection with both Gaspi and Oliver Tree. Since the accident occurred on June 14, 2026, some people began looking through older videos, social media posts, and public appearances searching for anything that seemed connected to the date. Screenshots, timestamps, captions, background details, and visual references were all examined closely, with supporters attempting to piece together what they believed formed a larger pattern. While many viewers described these discoveries as surprising, others pointed out that once people begin looking for patterns, ordinary coincidences can often appear much more meaningful than they actually are. The discussion grew even larger after footage connected to the helicopter collision began circulating online. Thousands of viewers watched available clips repeatedly, slowing them down frame by frame and comparing them with earlier content created by both Oliver Tree and Gaspi. Every small detail became the subject of discussion, with people sharing side-by-side comparisons across social media platforms. Some believed certain visual similarities deserved attention, while others argued that the comparisons were simply the result of people trying to make sense of a heartbreaking event. Regardless of which opinion people held, the conversation spread rapidly and reached audiences around the world. Oliver Tree's music videos soon became another major focus of online discussion. Fans revisited several of his best-known projects and began noticing scenes that, after the tragedy, seemed unusually emotional. In one video, Oliver is shown walking up a long staircase toward the sky while helicopters appear in the background. In another, he walks away from a damaged vehicle before later appearing in a symbolic scene that represented the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. These artistic moments were originally created as part of larger storytelling concepts, but after the accident, many viewers interpreted them differently because of what had happened. Others reminded people that artists frequently use dramatic visual symbolism in music videos, and that these scenes were created long before the tragedy occurred. Another topic that received attention involved Oliver Tree's professional career during the months leading up to the accident. Before beginning what would become his first major world tour, he had separated from his longtime record label and started working independently. For many artists, changing business arrangements is a completely normal part of their careers, but after the tragedy, some online discussions attempted to connect this decision with much larger theories. Despite these claims becoming popular across social media, no verified information has ever suggested that his professional decisions were connected to the accident in any way. Attention also turned toward one of Oliver's fictional comedy characters known as Mr. Pizza. The character regularly appeared in humorous sketches that used exaggerated situations to entertain audiences, while also making fun of internet culture and sensational online stories. Following the tragedy, some viewers revisited those comedy videos and suggested that certain scenes carried hidden meanings. However, others quickly pointed out that the sketches were clearly designed as satire and entertainment, rather than messages about future events. Even today, there is no evidence that these comedy performances were intended to represent anything beyond creative storytelling. Another discussion began after comments made by Gaspi's father. During a public interview, he shared his personal belief that the incident may not have happened exactly as it first appeared. His comments attracted significant attention online because many people interpreted them as support for the growing theories circulating across social media. At the same time, it is important to understand that his remarks reflected his own personal opinion while grieving an unimaginable loss and should not be viewed as confirmed information. No official findings have publicly supported those personal beliefs. The conversations expanded even further when viewers rediscovered an older documentary featuring Oliver Tree discussing unusual locations in Antarctica. During the program, he explored interesting stories involving remote research stations, unexplained discoveries, and long-standing mysteries that have fascinated people for many years. After the helicopter tragedy, some internet users combined clips from the documentary with scenes from his music videos, interviews, lyrics, and career decisions to create much larger theories. As these videos spread across social media, millions of people watched them, leading to even more discussion. However, none of these interpretations have been supported by verified evidence, and they remain entirely speculative. One reason these discussions became so popular is because people naturally search for answers after unexpected events. When something deeply emotional happens, many individuals begin looking for patterns that might help explain what feels impossible to understand. Psychologists have often noted that the human mind is naturally drawn toward finding connections, even when those connections may simply be coincidences. That does not mean people's questions are unreasonable, but it does remind us that extraordinary claims require reliable evidence before they can be accepted as fact. Today, the available public information continues to support the conclusion that the helicopter collision was a tragic accident. Although countless theories continue to circulate online involving numbers, music videos, comedy sketches, documentaries, and other coincidences, none of these ideas have been verified through official findings or publicly available evidence. As fascinating as these discussions may appear, they remain internet speculation rather than established fact.